It's Tuesday, July 10th, 2018, and welcome to V10 Sports. And I know what you're thinking. You saw the title, and you're going, now wait, hear me out first. Now, when I mean, has LeBron James become Kobe Bryant, what I'm talking about is not their game. Their game is nothing alike. They don't play anything alike. So I'm not saying that is LeBron becoming Kobe Bryant by shooting the ball 50 times a game. No. But hear me out. Towards the end of Kobe Bryant's career, there were many big name free agents that would visit LA, and after they met with Kobe, they would seemingly sign somewhere else. Now, of course, we know that Kobe Bryant is a bit prickly. He's not the most cuddly superstar in the universe. He's very demanding, and he just doesn't look like a happy guy. So, towards the end of his career, I remember like Kevin Love talked to LA. I think Carmelo Anthony might have talked to LA. LaMarcus Aldridge talked to LA. A lot of these guys went and they kind of talked to LA during some of their, pre-movement periods. And they would, just talk to LA. Not really anything serious, just talk. And I would always hear these things, well, they met with Kobe Bryant, and then LaMarcus Aldridge signs in San Antonio. And I might be getting the name wrong. It might not be LaMarcus Aldridge I'm thinking of here. But he was a big-name free agent from Portland, and he went to San Antonio. So, please tell me if I've got that name wrong. I don't know why LaMarcus Aldridge is the name that sticks in my head. But it just seemed like every time they would go to meet with LA, they liked LA, but then they would meet with Kobe. And it seemed like meeting with Kobe would turn a lot of them off. So Kobe, being who he is, I don't think he's the best recruiter in the world. I think Kobe probably just went in there and goes, look, I'm here. I'm going to shoot the ball 35 times a game. You need to fit with me. Probably a lot of superstars go, I don't like that approach. I'm a superstar too. Maybe not on the level of Kobe. None of those guys. Carmelo might have thought he was. But Kevin Love, before he got to Cleveland, was a pretty big deal in Minnesota. And LaMarcus Aldridge was a solid player in Portland. Very good. But I don't think LaMarcus Aldridge would have thought he was anywhere near Kobe's status. But I think when LaMarcus Aldridge was looking at LA, Kobe was on the real downside of his career. So has LeBron? So basically, towards the end of Kobe's career, he kind of had the reputation of being tough to play with, because Kobe is very focused on Kobe, and he's very intense, and he wants to win at all costs. He wants to win. I'm not a Kobe Bryant fan, but I will never say that Kobe does not play hard. Kobe did not work hard. Kobe did not try hard. Kobe was always those things. He always was working really hard, trying hard, determined as all get out. Just not a fan of his, but he was a very hard worker and, very deserving a lot of the accolades that he does get. But I just don't like him. I hadn't liked him even when he was in high school. When Shaq got there, I thought Shaq was the star and Kobe was the co-star. That's the way it should be. Now, of course, when Kobe had the teams with Pau Gasol, those were Kobe's teams. But LeBron James now is starting to get that reputation of it's my way or the highway. We do things my way. Now, remember, LeBron is one of those guys. He coaxed Dwayne Wade. He coaxed, I think Derrick Rose and some of these other guys to come to Cleveland with him. Then he found out he couldn't win with them. So he basically went to management and said, get rid of all these guys and bring in some other guys, because I can't win with these guys. They're too old. They're too broken. They don't fit. So LeBron basically has been calling the shots for years, especially ever since he's gotten to Cleveland. He's been calling the shots. A lot of people call him the GM and the coach, because he basically picks the players that he wants, and he tells the management team, go get them. So now we're getting into this whole thing that he's going to LA. We're hearing little rumblings that Kawhi Leonard doesn't want to play with him. Kawhi wants to go to LA, But he's starting to say, I'll go to the Clippers. It's still LA. But he doesn't necessarily want to play second fiddle to LeBron. Paul George, mysteriously enough, re-signed for 4 years in OKC. Remember, Paul George just wanted to play 1 year in OKC and then go over to LA. He wanted to be home. But LeBron went there and he strangely signed with OKC again. I'm not saying OKC is not a good place, but he'd rather play with Westbrook than play with LeBron. So I'm starting to wonder if some of these other superstars are starting to look at LeBron James and go, I don't want to be a part of what he's doing because I won't have a say. Everything is going to be LeBron's way. Now, I know LeBron had one of his best seasons he's ever had. You know, the guy almost, he did very well. I think he almost averaged a triple-double. Not quite. Towards the end of the year, he was getting a lot of triple-doubles. The man is, on offense, he's incredible. On defense, I think he takes the defensive side off so that he can concentrate more on being explosive on offense. I think the guy might play the most minutes in the NBA, but he knows how to conserve his energy. And I think he conserves a lot of it on defense. So he's talented enough that he is not a liability on defense. But if he maybe only played 30 to 35 minutes a game, maybe he could be more intense on defense. But you got to have him in the game for a long time. Usually any team that he's on, other than those Miami teams, I really feel like he has to be in the game for a lot of minutes. So the Lakers get LeBron. And LeBron is basically going to call the shots. He's going to ask Magic, hey, I need some help. Get me these players. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to be second fiddle to LeBron. LeBron has played a lot of minutes in his career, a lot. And he's been in the league for 15 years. And with all the minutes he's logged in playing in the regular season, all the minutes he's logged in going to the finals for 8 straight years, all the minutes that he's logged in over his career, he's probably played closer to 17 or 18 full seasons. Probably closer to 17. That's a lot of wear and tear on a body. And remember, Kobe looked really good up until he had the one injury, and then he kind of went downhill. And I'll even, maybe a football analogy, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning got his quadricep injury, and I'm not even talking the neck injury. After he came back from the neck injury, he broke records. But after the quadricep injury, it seemed like everything went downhill for him. So once it goes downhill, Father Time sometimes just pushes you over the cliff. So, you're just sitting there going, okay, I'm going to recover from this injury. I'm going to recover. And you're looking down that hill. And then Father Time just kind of gives you one of those, 300, this is Sparta, and boots you right down the hill. It's like, boom, right over the cliff. This is, you're old. Time to stop playing. You're not as good as you used to be. You can't jump as high. You can't dribble as fast. You can't, think quite as quick as you used to. Believe me, I'm old. I know that sometimes the brain just sits there and goes, what were we talking about? I'll just make up something. So, LeBron, while right now he looks really good, Father Time is still an opponent that nobody has ever beat. Father Time has never been defeated. He never will be defeated. Unless there's a miracle drug. And I just don't think that's going to happen in any of our lifetimes. But LeBron James, at some point, is going to get old. And he is going to play like an old basketball player. And he's not going to be as quick. He's not going to be as strong. He's not going to be as fast. He is going to start to become a liability even on the offensive side of the court. His body at some point is going to start to break down. He takes great care of himself, so he's postponing all this, a lot like Tom Brady. Take good care of yourself and you can postpone a lot of this. But at some point he's going to go downhill. He's got a 4-year contract. To me, I think he's got 2 good years left in him, and then he's going to start to go downhill a little bit. Now, I don't know. Everybody ages differently. But I have a feeling a lot of people are starting to look at LeBron and go, you've been in the league a long time, dude. I may get there, and by the time this team gets good, and remember, it's a young team. It's got good young players like, you know, Ingram and Kuzma and Ball and all of those guys. It's got some good young talent. I think they got a good young coach in Luke Walton. Whether or not he gets to stay there will be up to LeBron. I think Magic Johnson is a tremendous GM. It's like you know, LA, you know, the Lakers is the place to be. So I think that maybe people are starting, these superstars now don't want to play with LeBron because first off, they don't want to play second fiddle to him. Secondly, they know that LeBron calls all the shots, and if they're not doing what LeBron wants them to do, they may not be there long. So I think LeBron is becoming Kobe in that way. People don't want to play with him at the end of his career, especially when it was still all about Kobe. Remember, the Lakers gave Kobe at the end of his career when he was nosediving a 2-year, $50 million deal. At the end, when he was nosediving and was terrible, they gave him a 2-year. So that told you that if you were going to go to LA, Kobe's got all the clout. He's been there his whole career. He knows everybody. He's, you know, the organization does like him. They, you know, and they may even love him. So you weren't gonna come in and push Kobe around. You know, if you didn't do what Kobe said and you didn't do it like Kobe wanted, Kobe'd probably get rid of you or find a way, or tell somebody that's like, he needs to go. Bring me somebody that'll do it the way I want it. If you can't find anybody, I'll do it myself. So, and LeBron, I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit of speculation on my part that says LeBron's not there to win championships necessarily. That's not his first act. But that would probably be another video. I still think that winning, once he gets on that court, he's going to sit there and go, man, I got a lot of young kids. I need some veterans to help me because I want to win a championship again. But I think his family and business and everything else, this wasn't just a basketball decision. There were a lot of other decisions that went into this, and I'm still trying to figure what's his real top priority for going to LA. I don't necessarily think it was basketball. He's big. He's a very smart man, and he's thinking about his future. He's thinking about after basketball, even while playing basketball. He's no dummy. He wants to have stuff going forward. He wants to always be relevant in a sense of, he just wants to be, I think it's successful. And there's no reason he can't be successful. He's smart, he's driven, he's got star power. He can do it, you know. So do you think that maybe players aren't jumping quickly to LA because they don't want to play second fiddle to LeBron? Or do you think that really those players just liked where they were? Or maybe the whole thing with Kawhi is like, well, Kawhi hasn't come out and said it in the press. It's just kind of rumblings right now. But Kawhi would love to play with LeBron. Let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hey, if you have anything that refutes this, I'd love to hear it. I mean, it's like, to me, if you could put Kawhi Leonard on a team with LeBron James, you may be instant contenders for the title, which would probably make the Golden State Warriors, you know, a little fidgety, but they added Boogie. And let's face it, one of my favorite names to say is Boogie. So, you know, Boogie Cousins isn't afraid of anything, I don't think. So it's like you could add a whole all-star team and Boogie'd say, I'll take them on by myself. I'll do it. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. With all that being said, to the troops, past, present, and future, thanks for the freedom.